everyone, it's Rachael from Merrick Makings. Today's card I am doing is the Perfectly Pears stamp bundle. So you can see these gorgeous DSP that matches. It's called Painterly Pears 12 by 12 and it has a gorgeous colouring to it. So there is Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, Darling Duckling, Secret Sea and Petal Pink. So they have all of these beautiful florals in amongst all of those pears. So you can see there's a couple of the DSPs within the pack. One side is like really heavily patterned and the other side is a very plain and can be versatile for a whole heap of other things. So I wanted to show you this beautiful ribbon. So it's a gold and mossy meadow. But what I wanted to tell you about was these fabulous clips. I did see a post on Tammy White's site, and I had some of these at Officeworks. We're in Australia, so these slide clips go straight on and they hold the ribbon on the spool really, really hard that it's not going to move. So just be careful taking it off, that's all. So let's make a start. Cut your card base with the Old Olive and then score it. So like all of my videos, all the images, all of the measurements are on the back of, on the bottom of the screen. So we're going to layer up our DSP over some Petal Pink cardstock. Now you will see that because I really struggled with this, deciding which side of the paper I was going to do. So I had to sort of try them out and give myself a bit of a play with it before I made a decision. So I just wanted to let you know when I do have all of those measurements, I have now started to add a link to a online converter. So if you need that, please do that. We're going to start the pink petal section of our card, and we're going to use that little tiny image to use tone on tone ink, just to give a little bit of background. So a lot of that will actually be covered by the DSP, but that's okay. Make sure you are shifting your stamp as well, so they're not exactly lined up. And to finish off, because this particular image has a lot of gaps, I'm going to use this little dotty image to use exactly the same ink and do tone on tone and fill in some of that, some of those gaps. And there you can see they're very pretty. Those images in themselves are very, very pretty, but like I said, it's just there for interest and texture in the card. So we're going to add, I'll cover most of that. Now I did already do a little bit of a tutorial, you'll notice in my reels and things, of how to use the heartfelt hexagon punch. So that layered up, you won't see in this video, but you will see it on my channel. So make sure you check that one out. So I'm just going to start putting all of this together. You will notice that I'm using my bone folder to make sure this sits really, really flat. And I'm going to start just adhering down using my glue to assemble all of my layers. So we start off with that petal pink, and then we're going to use the DSP. So I've used that Darling Duckling to put that down. All of the sweet products that are actually available at the moment in the online exclusive shop for Stampin' Up. I know that there's plenty of them in the store in stock at the moment for Australia. So just check with your local demonstrator, and of course if you don't have a demonstrator here in Australia, please reach out and I will help you to purchase this one because it is gorgeous. So here's a little trick for you. I am using some of the ribbon. Now you don't see me use ribbon very often in my projects, but I do use tear and tape to adhere the strip style of ribbons to wrap around some matted DSP. So that's what I'm doing today. I've just cut them, making sure that there's a little bit of length in that so that it will stick really well. You don't want to cut them too short because then they will become unraveled. So add the extra there, and then you can see that I can layer that again. So you will see some of it in this, but not the entire lot either. It's about layering everything one on top of the other. So using our glue, we use that Tombow glue. It's fantastic, it's very strong, but when you're using something like ribbon where there's a little bit of bulk, make sure that you have added plenty, particularly around the stamp. Around the ribbon. You can now add that pre-made tag, and we're going to use dimensional dots for that to put the sentiment on there. And you can see this is really quick to pop together. I did have a little bit of a play of where I was going to put it. Probably if I did it again, I probably would have put the ribbon up a little bit higher and added my sentiment a little bit higher as well. That's probably just the way my eyes want it to be a little bit more centered. So the dies that come in this bundle, they have this really almost like a vine, but it's got these gorgeous leaves. So I've used Mossy Meadow to cut this out using my die cuts. And I'm going to layer this up. Now, yes, because it does blend in a little bit, I am using silver. Now, because silver is also being used in the ribbon, but it is gold, not silver, I am going to use a really, really great little trick. I'm going to use my Old Olive Stampin' Blends, which is an alcohol marker, and it will actually colour over the top of the silver. And because silver is quite bright, it will actually colour it in, and it shines that same colour all the way through. So you get that metallic, but it is it's green instead of silver. So that's great. So I'm using that to layer my leaves so they do stand out a little bit more amongst that Old Olive and Mossy Meadow background in the DSP. So I do add Tombow glue for this one. It does take a second for it to adhere for the silver, so just be aware of that. And then I layer it sort of like corner to corner, so I have some at the top and some at the bottom. Again, just putting a couple of little sprigs of those leaves to add a little bit of interest. It does create a focal point, and that's a really good way of doing things. So I wanted to do a bit of a shout out to everybody who is a part of my YouTube family. Thank you for stopping by and watching. I'm trying to do a lot of premiere videos. They will come most Thursdays at 10 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time. I am in Queensland, Australia, so just have a little look. You can click the notification to let you know when I'm going to go premiere, or of course you can watch with me in the replay. But in the premiere means that I'm sitting there in the middle of the chat, and any questions or anything that you've got, you can join me for that. I have used these gorgeous little flowers. Now, when you die cut it out, I didn't show you this, but the die cut actually cuts 4 at a time, so that's great. I did finish off a little bit extra bling, and again using those Stampin' Blends to use the antique pearls to finish it off. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Please make sure you like and subscribe, and you leave me a comment as well. I'm doing a lot of work in the background here to keep videos going for you all. I hope that I am making as much sense as I possibly can to give you the tutorial. So thanks for joining me, everybody, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.